If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. The sun was setting behind the small suburban houses, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. Inside one quiet house, a young boy named Alex sat on the floor, playing with his toy robots. His parents were leaving for a short trip and had called a babysitter for the evening. Alex was excited at first. He liked having someone around, but something in the air felt strange. Outside, the wind moved the trees, and shadows danced across the walls. Alex's small dog, Max, growled softly, staring at the window. "It's nothing," Alex said, shaking his head, trying to feel brave. But deep down, he felt a little nervous. The doorbell rang, and Alex jumped. A young woman with a warm smile stepped inside. "Hi, Alex. I'm Mia, your babysitter," she said cheerfully. She carried a small bag and waved at Max. The dog barked happily, as if approving her. Alex smiled back, trying to ignore the unease he felt. At first, everything seemed normal. Mia helped Alex finish his dinner, and they laughed while watching a short cartoon. But soon, strange things began to happen. The lights flickered for no reason, and Alex thought he saw a shadow move behind the living room curtains. "Did you see that?" Alex whispered to Mia. She shook her head and smiled. "It's probably just your imagination, Alex. Nothing to worry about." Alex wanted to believe her, but the feeling of being watched grew stronger. He went to the window and peeked outside. In the backyard, a small glowing figure hovered near the trees. It was bright, but soft, almost like a tiny star. Alex blinked, but the light didn't disappear. When he turned to tell Mia, she wasn't in the room anymore. A sudden creak from the hallway made Alex freeze. The glowing figure moved closer, stepping into the light of the living room. Alex's heart raced. The figure wasn't like anything he had ever seen. It was tall and thin, with smooth, pale skin that shimmered slightly. Its eyes were large and bright, and it stared directly at him. Alex stumbled backward and hid under the table, pulling Max with him. What do you want?" he whispered, his voice shaking. The figure knelt down slightly, and a soft, calm voice echoed in Alex's mind, "I need your help. You are very important." Alex's eyes widened. He had never heard a voice like that before, not with his ears, but inside his head. Fear mixed with curiosity. Could he trust this strange being? Before he could answer, the lights in the room went out completely. A deep shadow filled the corners, and the air felt colder. The figure stepped closer, and then, as quickly as it appeared, it vanished. The only thing left was a faint glow fading on the floor. Alex stayed under the table, trembling, listening to his own heartbeat. Mia came back into the room, acting normal, as if nothing had happened. "Alex, are you okay?" she asked, smiling. But Alex knew something had changed. His quiet evening had turned into something he could never forget. Something had entered his home, something that would change his life forever. Alex could hardly breathe. The faint glow from the figure had disappeared, leaving the room dark and quiet. His small hands trembled as he clutched Max, the dog whining softly beside him. He had seen something impossible, something that shouldn't exist in his quiet little neighborhood. Suddenly, a soft light appeared in the corner of the living room. Alex froze. The figure was back, but this time, it was closer, standing in front of him. Its glowing eyes were gentle now, almost comforting. Alex wanted to run, but his legs felt frozen. Who are you?" Alex whispered. The voice didn't come from the figure's mouth, it came inside his head. "I am called Leora. I mean no harm. But time is short, Alex. You must help me." Alex's mind raced. Help? Him? He was just a boy, and yet the voice was calm, serious, and somehow, real. He peeked toward the hallway where Mia was, but she was gone again. It was as if the world had shifted around him. "Why me?" he asked aloud, his voice shaking. Leora knelt slightly, lowering herself to his level. "Because you are brave, curious, and small enough to move unnoticed. What I carry cannot fall into the wrong hands." A chill ran down Alex's spine. He didn't understand what she meant, but before he could ask more, a shadow moved outside the window. Alex's heart jumped. Another being, darker, faster. Something was coming for them. Alex! Leora said urgently. We must leave. Now! Before Alex could even ask how, the floor beneath him shimmered, and in a blink, he felt like he was being pulled through light itself. The walls of his house disappeared. When Alex opened his eyes, he was in a strange place. It looked like a spaceship, or at least, something far from Earth. Smooth silver walls reflected soft blue lights. Panels of glowing symbols moved and changed in ways Alex had never seen. His legs shook, but Leora's calm presence steadied him. You are safe for now, she said, her voice in his mind. But enemies are near. They will not stop until they have the power we protect. Alex swallowed hard. Enemies? What do you mean? You will understand soon, Leora replied. But first, you must trust me. Your choices now will change many lives. Your own included. Alex looked down at his small hands, then up at the glowing figure. Fear and excitement mixed together. He was just a boy. But somehow, he felt important. A sudden alarm sounded. A soft, pulsing red light filled the room. Shadows moved outside the ship, and Alex realized, whatever was coming, it wouldn't wait. He had to act. And just like that, the ordinary evening he had expected was gone forever. Alex's head was spinning. One moment he had been hiding under the table, the next he was on a strange silver floor, surrounded by glowing panels and walls that seemed alive. He blinked and looked at Leora. The alien's eyes shimmered softly, calm but urgent. Where are we? Alex whispered, his voice shaking. Far from Earth, Leora answered in his mind. We are in a place where your courage can save millions. The enemy is close. You must act quickly. Alex's stomach twisted. Millions? Him? He was just a boy. He had no weapons, no training, nothing. But when he looked around, he saw a small console with glowing buttons and symbols he didn't understand. Leora's glowing finger hovered over it. Follow my instructions carefully, she said. I will guide you. One mistake, and we fail. Alex took a deep breath and nodded. His hands moved slowly, pressing buttons, turning levers, and watching the panels respond. Strange energy hummed through the room. Lights flashed. The ship shook slightly, and Alex's heart raced. Suddenly, a shadow darkened one side of the ship. The enemy had found them. Red lights flashed, alarms blared, and the walls trembled. Alex froze for a moment, but Leora's calm voice steadied him. Remember what I showed you. Use your mind, not fear. Alex closed his eyes, thought of Max, of his home, and of the quiet street where his life had seemed normal. Then he focused on the glowing panels in front of him. Step by step, he pressed buttons in a rhythm he felt rather than understood. The shaking stopped. The alarms faded. Red lights turned green. Alex opened his eyes. The enemy figure outside the ship disappeared into the void of space. They were safe for now. Leora looked at him, her eyes sparkling. You've done it. You've changed fate, Alex. Millions are alive because of your courage. Alex could hardly believe it. He was just a boy. Yet somehow, he had helped save lives across the stars. His heart pounded with a strange pride and relief. Then, as quickly as it had started, the world shifted again. Alex felt a pull, and in the blink of an eye, he was back in his living room. Max barked happily, wagging his tail. The lights were normal. The house was quiet. Mia, the babysitter, smiled at him like nothing had happened. Alex looked down at his hands. Everything seemed ordinary, until he felt a small, warm glow in his pocket. He pulled it out. It was the tiny glowing object from the backyard, the first thing he had seen that night. It pulsed gently, as if alive, reminding him that his adventure was not entirely over. Alex smiled to himself. Maybe the world was bigger and stranger than he had ever imagined. And maybe, just maybe, he was capable of more than he had ever dreamed. The ordinary evening was gone. A boy who had needed a babysitter had found courage, faced the unknown, and changed fate itself. If you liked the video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.